The air quality is unbelievably bad at home right now. This is the filter running since April. We are in December. So you won't believe this. Look at the amount of dust. Where your family is just not serious about it, even if you are serious about it. But parents just don't care about it. Youngsters probably don't realize how much damage it is doing to their health. You are better off. When Brian Johnson walked away from Nikhil Kamat's podcast citing poor air quality in Bombay, I did take notice and thought, hey, this friend of mine has an air quality monitor. Maybe I should borrow this and look at how's the air in my house. I went a step further. I bought a new air purifier and went on a mission for the last few months to figure if air purifiers work and if I am to put them to use, what would my life look like? Can I carry 4 air purifiers with me wherever I go like Brian does? Or is there a more practical solution I should seek? The air quality is unbelievably bad at home right now. So Pune, December, the PM 2.5 is 165. Insane, it's rising. This is crazy. And you know the worst part, I have an air purifier running right at that corner. But hey, this is a living room. Big area, windows are open, there's a huge balcony window that is open. But maybe if we go closer to where the air purifier has been running all morning, this is a Xiaomi Mi 2, really old one, roughly 10-year-old air purifier, but with a filter which is less than a year old. So okay, I do know that the air purifier works. This corner of the house doesn't look any better than the other corners of the house, sure. But if I just place my monitor right on top of the air purifier, and if our boy Sahil does not get a good shot of it, I'll get you a shot of it. But you will see that this number starts to come down drastically. So you see, this is less than half already. So I've seen it go around 30-ish if I leave it in this state for a while. So I do know that the air purifier works. But here is the challenge with air purifiers. You are basically taking a small fan, putting a filter on it and expecting it to cover a large area like a living room. Okay, living room is a lost cause, especially if you have windows open. But even if you have your windows closed, it's just such a vast area that it is almost a lost cause. But there are solutions for it which are industrial in nature but can be applied to your homes, and we'll get to that later. But for now, if I am trying to fix my air quality or my exposure of PM 2.5, living room is a lost cause. But I have hopes from the bedroom. In my bedroom, in there, I have closed all the windows and I have been running a small Honeywell V1 air purifier for a little over an hour now at full fan speed. And the PM 2.5, which is 175 over here, let's see what it is inside that bedroom. So we are here in the bedroom. I can see the numbers instantly dropping from one. Oh wow, it's raising some hopes. It's raising some hopes. 110, 93. So by the way, I'll show you the IKEA monitor as well. This is a cute IKEA monitor. This is now giving amber or orange, whatever you want to call it. So it was at red when I left it in here, and it's now at amber, not bad. So this has come down to 60, which is not bad. It was at 170 outside and it's still dropping. And we are on the other end of the room. The air purifier is behind Sahil. So let me show you the air purifier. Okay, so this is the Honeywell running. It's a really small, tiny air purifier. So I'm now diagonally opposite to the air purifier, pretty much close to where I would be sleeping. Hey, it's still unhealthy, but it is a huge improvement to where we started from. And during the summers, I have seen this number drop below 10. Of course, the base pollution at that time wasn't as high. But I'm pretty confident if I run this overnight, even with this quality of air, the results will be better. And hey, I might just get a reading tonight and send Sahil the footage for that. This air purifier has been running since April, pretty much every day, at times 24 hours a day, even when we are not at home. And I have never cleaned the air filter. And I've been waiting for Sahil to show up with the camera so that I can go and clean the filter, or at least open it in front of the camera. So let's do it on camera. Okay, it's easy to open. That's okay. Don't worry about it. So this is the fan. This is the filter running since April. We are in December, so running for 9 months in my house. That's the filter. Oh god, it's a HEPA 13 filter. There's some dust here as well. I really think just blowing this is a bad idea. Oh, I think we need a vacuum cleaner, not this. This is just showing poor intelligence on my side, actually. Okay, we'll come back with a vacuum cleaner for this. Effort just keeps on increasing for this video, man. Are people clicking the like button? Let's hope it does work. Look at this. You won't believe this. Look at the amount of dust. My vacuum cleaner is going to choke now.
Okay, now for the expensive part.
Given how dirty this was, I'm not very keen on cleaning it more than this. This is like brand new compared to what it was. So cool. Okay, now my really expensive cloth to clean this. Do you remember which side was up? इसका ऐसे डालना है उल्टा डालना है. Okay, how are you doing soon? Not bad. The air has sustained. At least it's 150 outside. This is at 75. Not a lot of air has seeped in. Okay, the evening air has been slightly generous on us. So outside the window it is 136. I have kept all windows in the house closed. So there we are. Our little boy is running here. And I'm going to stay at the other end of the room. The IKEA monitor is already on green, and this is the first time we have seen it today. And at the other end of the room, what does this look like? It's falling rapidly and it's in my comfort zone now. Below 15, I'm very happy. Come on, give me below 15. So this is getting close to 10 now, which is pretty good. The air purifier that I was using at home is a Honeywell V1. It is 5,000 rupees, has a HEPA 13 filter. There are air purifiers out there which say HEPA-like filter or XYZ, a good filter. What you want is a HEPA 13 or higher quality filter. The Honeywell at 5,000 rupees gives it, and that filter out of the box has a life of 10,000 hours. If you run it for 10 hours a day, you are looking at 2.5 years of life with that one single filter, which is pretty good. And you did see that cleaning it is not very difficult. It takes a few minutes. Maybe you will clean it once in 3 months. The replacement filter is roughly 1,500 rupees. So I am looking at 1,500 rupees as my maintenance cost for that air purifier every 2 years or maybe even every year. And the reason I have chosen this one is because I can place multiple of them in my home office rather than buying one super expensive air purifier. I prefer having multiples of them around me, as many as you can afford. One for my parents, one for the kids in the house, one for my bedroom, one for my office. I'm looking at least 4 of them around me, and I might end up acquiring more. But take me as someone who is trying to, or who has spent a lot of time roaming around with this monitor. So I may be paranoid. I may be a little extreme. I know my friends who are even more extreme, who have gone in and put up industrial solutions in their house. But you are better off with the air purifier than you are without air purifier. But it will work best in a small room when the windows are closed, or even if the windows are open, it will still work in a small room. Living room is a lost cause. Mark my words on that. Now, one thing which a lot of us run into is where your family is just not serious about it, even if you are serious about it. I have seen that families are a little more understanding if you say there's a new kid in the house, toddler, let's do it for him. But parents just don't care about it. People our age, people, youngsters, probably don't realize how much damage it is doing to their health. And there's an entire episode my friends Naveen and Shrikant made on their Future IQ podcast that pollution is making you dumb. I'll give you a link to that. You should really watch it if you want to understand how bad pollution is for us as a society. But my practical solution has been to not be very aggressive with my family and forcing an air purifier in every corner. Just leave it out there at a low or medium fan speed. If you leave it at a high fan speed, people will start complaining about the noise. They will go and switch it off. You could use a wall plug, a smart wall plug, to automate the timings when it runs and when it does not run, so that people are not complaining that it's running for 24 hours. I am happy to just get clean air in my bedroom 10 hours a night, and anything beyond that is a bonus. I have seen that cars, when windows are closed and AC is on and ventilation is turned off, are some of the cleanest places in terms of air quality. Sure, if that gives you some comfort, that's good, because cars are generally air gapped and it's waterproof, so outside air does not seep in as easily, so it's easier for even your car AC to clean it and for dust to just settle inside your car instead of floating in the air. But one thing which I learned during the experiments that I ran over the last few months is that you're not just optimizing for dust in the air, you're also optimizing for oxygen levels. You're also optimizing for humidity. You're also optimizing for temperature, which is why we have air conditioners. And there are these 4 things that you have to fight. If I lock myself in this office with another 10 people for an entire day without any outside ventilation, the oxygen levels will really dip, and that has its own problems. At home, it is not as big of a problem, but I'm yet to acquire a CO2 monitor to go and test it. But my friends who are more paranoid than me have acquired that monitor, and they were not happy with the figures they saw at their office at least. But industrial solutions to fix this, CO2 levels, I do want to do more testing around it and come back to you with it. But for now, air purifiers that I recommend, I am using, I'll give you a link in the description. These are affiliate links. And if you choose to use my link and buy any of these air purifiers, it does help me fund this channel and continue the work that I am doing. And I do intend to do a little more testing, go around the town with this monitor, get a CO2 monitor. I met a gentleman called Abhinav in Bombay who runs a startup called Breather, working on air purity solutions, more industrial solutions, but also applied to residential homes. I would like to talk to him, bring him on the show, get more insights from him. And I hope you will be around to participate in those discussions when I get there. But for now, I hope you do have some basics in your mind to implement and fix the air around you for yourself and your family.